bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. Can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha macho with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you find this Bengal team entering play. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Now we get a peek at LSU's Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, of course, as he gets the Bengals ready for their first drive.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 20.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 16 carries, 86 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Cincinnati Bengals.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
From midfield now, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And Burrow going to throw again. Open man is Uzama. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is Tony Pollard. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 20. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 22 carries, 71 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
Oh, the slant complete to Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mixon with it. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a 1st down.
38-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Now Burrow on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
finish is perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Now Pollard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up second.
From the 25 on second down. Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And it's 3rd down.
Try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it.
Carl Lawson on the tackle.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys nothing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
7-yard
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now the 2nd down throw on target. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And out across midfield down to the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
First down, Cowboys.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down at the
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The give to Elliott. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
14. Cowboys 3.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever. Vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
7-yard pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Burrow. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Leighton Vander Esch. An 8-yard loss.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something that we have to casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We get started up in the Meadowlands. Arizona making the trip east to take on the New York Giants. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. DeAndre Hopkins with 2 touchdown catches. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Drew Lock has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Randy Bullock.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Now Pollard. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
The first down carry by Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Cowboys.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Oh, yeah, you're still teaching me on these RPOs. Was that an RPO or was that a designed quarterback run the whole way?
I think it was an RPO, and a lot of times we have to distinguish RPO, zone read, all those things that come with it. But to me, this was a play call from the coach that said, here it is, now make the right decision. And that's exactly what he did.
Indeed, he did, and able to convert on third down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Cowboy field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Cowboys 13.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
25-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He gets this one to Boyd. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught one more time by Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 55 for Mike. Check 55 for Mike. Let's go, Hattie. Let's go, Hattie.
Burrow will throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's now
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, whether they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone from Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
To add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Complete to Blake.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Taken down at the 41.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Prescott from the gun. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And the Cowboys.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter,
there he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The tackle made 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
12 yards there and a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 26. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just start the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Burrow scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And some room to work. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the... Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Bullock's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead.
Bengals 31. Cowboys 19.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. 1st down, Prescott.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll throw again. Prescott. Past the 20. This to Jarwin. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And the Cowboys.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Prescott yet again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Dallas.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
At the 26-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
27-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
On the keeper.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Bengals, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.